I believe it's Miller. Miller on the completion. Second down and 2. Sorry, we had some audio problems. And pass down into the end zone. Incomplete now. 3rd and 2. Third down now. And handoff to 23 up the middle. And gets the first down. That's number 23. Alec Pell. He's got 293 yards rushing. It's your 5.2 average, so that's a first down. Again, we apologize. Had some audio issues here. Randy McCoy. Randy T on production tonight. Grace is our camera person. And 1st and goal now from the 6. Padilla at the quarterback. In motion. And roll out to the right. Fake left, rolled out to the right. Easy touchdown for number 1. And that is Marcus Miller. So Cherry Creek does not have to go far to get the first touchdown tonight. And Fossil Ridge, again, trying to run a jet sweep, was not able to complete the handoff. And Cherry Creek takes advantage with a short drive, 6-0. And for the extra point, Hammond holding. And up and good. So 7-0 here, and that is not what Fossil Ridge, how they wanted to start. And again, Randy McCoy here tonight. Sorry we had some audio issues, so we came in a little late, but you didn't really miss anything. We had the video on, and what you saw was kickoff. Fossil Ridge got the ball on 3rd down, tried to run a jet sweep, and muffed the handoff. And so there you go. Cherry Creek gets the ball, got a stiff wind coming from the south, and that's probably going to have an issue with both teams definitely like to pass the ball. Cherry Creek's going to be kicking off again now to the Fossil Ridge SaberCats. Cherry Creek coming in 3-2, and Fossil Ridge coming in with an 0-5. So the Cherry Creek Bruins will be kicking off now to the Fossil Ridge SaberCats, and they're going to have to hold the ball, I'll guarantee you, because it is windy and something's blowing in. It's going to be really, really warm here in Fort Collins the next 2 days, and then everything's going to drop out on Sunday night, according to the meteorologist. Holding the ball, kickoff. Number 17 is the kicker, out of bounds. Number 17 is Raul Rojas. First down now for the Fossil Ridge SaberCats. In Tanner Hoke is your quarterback. Kind of had a little bit of a running back by committee. First and 10. Back in the shotgun. 3 wide out to the right. And in motion again. Fakes this time. And nice pass. Fake the jet sweep. And able to pick up about 6. And another fumble. Well, you could not see that, but so 2 plays, 2 fumbles, and I'll tell you what, you give a team like Cherry Creek where they only have to go 25 yards for a touchdown, you're going to have a long, long night. So Fossil Ridge so far not able to handle the ball. That was a nice play, nice fake jet sweep, but then obviously they fumbled the ball on the tackle. So 1st and 10 again, and trips to the right, single back and fake. Going to be kind of an out pattern, and as Mr. Haase knows, my favorite play, not. You rarely see that play do anything, but it did get 5 yards, so it's good as a run here on 1st and 10. Cherry Creek is a predominantly passing team. They run pretty well, but quarterback Padilla's thrown for almost 1,200 yards, 13 touchdown passes this year. So having a good year. He's a junior, so Cherry Creek will have him another year. Of course, Cherry Creek coached by Dave Logan, the Colorado legend. Padilla back and just picks him apart at number 14. And goes back into, I don't know if that was a zone or man-to-man, but anyway, that's Dimitri Stanley, the leading receiver for Cherry Creek. 44 catches, 593 yards, his 45th catch of the year. So 1st down now from about the 4. Cherry Creek driving again. And this is not the way, if you're Fossil Ridge, that you come out trying to get your first win of the year. Cherry Creek has been beatable this year. I mean, you've got to play a perfect game, but they got beat by Regis, Grandview, and there's a quick out for a touchdown. And again, that's Dimitri Stanley, I believe. So touchdown, Cherry Creek, and 13-0 now before you even turn your head. And we want to welcome our Cherry Creek fans who couldn't make the drive. I know that's a tough drive to come down I-25 on a Friday night. You probably would have had to leave last night and get a room. So got a decent crowd over there, probably about 100 as they kick the extra point, and it is good. So before you even shake a stick, with 9 minutes left, first quarter, Cherry Creek leads 14-0, and the Sabercat down there, the Sabercat that's walking around, the mascot, is trying to get the crowd up, but it's a bit chilly, it's uncomfortable, and when your team comes out and fumbles on the first two drives, you're going to have a tough night. So Fossil Ridge really needs to come up and say, hey, you know, we're a football team too. This is a conference game, and you know, whether anybody gives us a chance to stay in this game, we're going to show people different, and so far that has not been what's been able to happen. So we'll see if Fossil Ridge can make this thing competitive at this point. Hear the Fossil Ridge band in the background. And another kickoff deep into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 again for Fossil Ridge, and so far, they look like they've been able to have a little bit of success on the plays they've called, but you can't fumble the ball away. See the big old line down there for Cherry Creek. For 99, Brandon Rosas, senior. And others down there will try to get their names and numbers as we go. Again, Tanner Hoke at quarterback. And he's going to run this time and get sideswiped, but he gets a first down. So Tanner Hoke says, you know what? Let's get a first down here. And Tanner Hoke is a competitor. We've watched him the last couple of years. He played quite a bit last year when the starting quarterback was hurt. The senior has many times has been pretty much on the entire offense. He's got a good receiver in Murphy, so we'll see if he can get the ball and overthrows, and it's going to be a great play by Murphy out there, I believe. To knock that down. The ball was tipped, went up in the air. Cherry Creek was primed for another turnover interception. I think Murphy went over, knocked it down to keep from the turnover, so good play. 2nd and 10 now. Ball on about the 31. And Hoke keeps the ball on the option. Up to about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. 3rd down coming up now. 3rd down about 3. You got to get to the 41. So we'll see what kind of play they come here. Have not had a strong running game as far as running backs. But he has been able to, Tanner Hoke's been able to run a little bit on the option. So 3rd and 3, big 3rd down. They need to stay on the field. They've had a hard time with their, and had a hard time with the snap all year. That was a high snap, which in turn messed up the timing for the out pattern. And you don't realize in football, you know, everything's timing, especially on those out patterns. He had a receiver open, but because he had to take an extra second to go up and get the ball and then come down and throw it, the receiver had already made his break, was already out of bounds, and there you go. So 4th down, punt formation. And another high snap, and that's going to be blocked, partially blocked. Cherry Creek's going to get it, and another short field. I guess it fumbled it, picked up somebody, but again, high snap. Punter has to go up. You go up, and then that gives the defense time to come down, and that's what happened. Cherry Creek comes in, partially blocks it, goes basically back to the line of scrimmage. Cherry Creek picks it up, 1st and 10 from the 22, and it's a huge 3rd and 3 that Fossil Ridge was not able to pick up, and that's hurt them this year by not having that go-to running back that they can go up the middle. They've had that the last few years with the Sprayberry brothers. They've had that runner who can get you 3 yards on a 3rd down or something like that. They have not been able to muster that up this year, averaging 6 points a game. Fossil Ridge. Cherry Creek coming in averaging about 33 points a game, so you can do the math. Not sure what they're waiting on. 7:36, not even halfway through the 1st quarter. Cherry Creek again. The ball on the turnover goes back Padilla, and out pattern, good defense. Bauerfein was on the defense there, number 46. 2nd and 10. And got a receiver on the left. And handoff to the right, number 23, I believe, again. That's Pell. And penalty. Put my head down. Did you see what that was, Randy T? We're going back, probably a hold. Yeah. Official is 10 yards. I'm not sure what that call is, hand on the heart, but either way, it's 10 yards back, and that's the best defensive play Fossil Ridge has had so far. Hate to say it, but that's Fossil Ridge has had a pretty good defense this year, so they can do.
We can't hear you. Can you turn it up?
Yeah, anyway. And pass to out again. And that is number 1. Gets by. Going to get the first down. Fossil Ridge not tackling very well. That's Marcus Miller on the catch and run. And they're going to get a first down on that. And that'll be first and goal now from about the 7. And in the stadium, not hearing the public address announcer. So somebody came up, thought we were doing that, but we're not. We are on Stream It Sports here, live from French Field. Back to pass. Padilla doesn't see anybody open, then starts to run, and just a great athletic play there. Quarterback goes back, doesn't see anybody open, starts to run, but when he starts to run, the defender comes up to get him, which then leaves the receiver open, and it was just a simple pitch and catch. So another touchdown for Cherry Creek, and Cherry Creek has 3 touchdowns now, and they probably only got 60 or 70 yards of total offense because they haven't had to go over 20 yards. That maybe was 30 on that. And extra point is good. So 21-0 Cherry Creek here in the first quarter, and haven't really been able to see much of what Cherry Creek can do yet because they've only had to travel about 20 yards for each drive. Again, Cherry Creek coming in with a 3-2 record, and in the new conferences, this is a conference game for Fossil Ridge. And so they went to Cherry Creek last year, and now Cherry Creek comes up here this year. We're not sure. It's kind of a 2-year experiment on these conferences if they're going to keep these. But anyway, it's our pleasure to see Cherry Creek up here. We, hoping Fossil Ridge can make a competitive game of this. So far, it doesn't look like that's what they've come to do, but I think they can just get their head here going and drive the ball. They've been able to move the ball, but mistakes so far is what is, and that's kind of been the story of their season so far. So kickoff, and again out of bounds, or out of the end zone, and he hits the goalpost. So field goal was no good. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get Randy T to talk here a little bit. Randy T is a good friend of mine and knows his football a little bit too. So he's producing here for me tonight as Mr. David Haase is out in Nebraska doing something. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's taking care of some parents or family or something like that. So wish him well. And so we've got Randy T tonight on producer. Grace is our camera operator tonight, and this is Randy McCoy here on Stream It Sports. And Hoke finally gets a good snap. Murphy with the catch, and Hoke comes out, didn't really have any pressure, which is a good thing. He probably could have run for 5, but he sees Murphy break open and completes the pass. So first down, and that's Fossil Ridge's second first down. So they're able to move the ball. So we'll see if they can do that. But they have not, for the entire season, again, they've only scored about 30 points. So there's another option, read option for a couple. And that's been Tanner Hoke's go-to play this year as far as the running game. Fossil Ridge wearing the absolute worst uniform to see numbers, so I apologize. And Hoke with it's another good one. That's over to Kevin Simpson. Great throw and catch. And that's really what you're going to have to do. Tanner Hoke is not a tall quarterback, and so, but that doesn't mean you can't play quarterback. He's got a rocket for an arm, but you got to get him out where he can see his receivers. When he just drops back, he has a hard time seeing the path to throw the ball. So Fossil Ridge, you can see over the last few games they've got him rolling out a little bit better, and he's able to complete some passes. Hoke up the middle for a first down. He's going all the way down to the 42-yard line. Tanner Hoke senior quarterback runs a read option, and that is first down. And up the middle. Did not see the ball carrier, but a gain of about 6 up the middle. That's a good play for Fossil Ridge. They have not been able to do that.
Yeah, that was another quarterback sneak.
Was it?
Yep, just went right up the middle.
And again, Tanner Hoke is their leading runner. But it's been somewhat by default. They have not been able to find a running back who can take this. Hoke again goes back, sees his runner wide open, and oh my goodness. Not able to complete it. You know, Randy, when you start running, good things happen because people have to make a decision, either come up and guard you. We just saw that on the touchdown, or they got to stay with their man. So right there, Tanner Hoke had a wide open receiver and just wasn't able to hit him down to 10.
Yeah, those DBs bit on that spurt that the quarterback first made a move on, and he just tossed it out there.
So 3rd and 5 now. And and I'll tell you what, he is fortunate that wasn't picked off. What happened is it was pretty good single coverage to start, but the safety came over, closed in really quick, and by the time the ball got there, it was double coverage.
Yeah, fortunate for Fossil Ridge that safety and cornerback ran into each other and caused that.
Or it would have been an interception. 4th down, and really Fossil Ridge has absolutely nothing to lose at this point, and they're kind of in no man's land, and they just drew them off sides, but they didn't call it. I guess they didn't break the plane, huh? 4th and 5, they're going to run a sweep out to the right, going to pick up the first down and more.
Good for him to lower that shoulder there at the end, too.
See who that is, if you can give me that
number 82.
Number in.
Niles Tilley.
So that's Tilley on the run. Very fast. He had a long run on a jet sweep 2 weeks ago. Sorry, folks, we've been trying to get our audio right. I know we were overdriving a little bit, so we're trying to fix that and get that down. So things happen sometimes. Hoke up the middle again. And, I've watched quite a few Fossil games. This is as good a drive as they've had all year, and they really should feel good about it because they're doing it against a number 5 ranked team in the power rankings, the Colorado Preps, Denver Post Preps power rankings. They're ranked number 5, and you can see why. But again, Fossil Ridge has basically handed them on a silver platter 3 touchdowns. 3:17 left, first quarter. And that's a nice pass and catch, but closed in quick. Number 1 on the catch.
Yeah, and he still got about 2 or 3 yards out of that. So they'll take that right now.
That's Burdick on the catch. So 2nd and 7, a gain of 3. I didn't think it gained that much, but you'll take it. And Hoke getting the play from the sideline. Again, Fossil Ridge got to feel really good about this drive. This is as good a drive as they've had all year. They've scored on some big plays, but they have not been able to keep the ball and drive the ball. And there's a pick 6 right there. And he just went to the well one too many times. We're going to see if one of the Fossil Ridge players catches him, and he does at the 4-yard line. We got to get that number. Casey Knudsen. Tremendous job. And Randy, right there, that's just basically, you've gone to the well too many times on the same pattern. Safety just waiting for that, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he kind of made up his mind before he even saw where the defender was.
Right.
That was the problem. He committed without looking at where the defender was, and he just cut off that route easily.
And really, that's Fossil Ridge's season right there in a nutshell. They drove down, they make one error, but the error is big. And so once again, the third turnover, and there is a touchdown pass to, and he's going to call it out of bounds. So Padilla trying to just throw the out pattern to the left side of the end zone, not able to complete it.
Yeah, it was there. He just ran a deep corner and put a little too much air under it. Pushed him out.
So second down and goal from about the 4. And we're going to have a timeout by Cherry Creek. So with that, we will take a timeout too. Score 21-0. Cherry Creek will be back after this message. Go right to here. Back to here. That come up. Right. Yeah, that's green. That was red.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Yeah, so we're good. So we're back here. You hear the Fossil Ridge Band and homecoming game for Fossil Ridge. And again, you get about the 5th game like this, 6th game, you are who you are. And Fossil Ridge having a tough season. Had a really great senior class last year. And really having to rebuild a little bit, kind of an in-between year, but they got a tough schedule. And what do we got here?
Sounds like a false
Now
start.
we're going to have a timeout by Fossil Ridge. So 2 timeouts. We'll keep it here on this. 2:09 left here in the first quarter. So here's the story of the game. The story of the game is 3 turnovers and a blocked punt. And Cherry Creek driving now for their 4th touchdown. And so far I haven't seen anything that would make me think that that's not going to happen unless the Fossil Ridge defense can force a turnover, which is possible. Cherry Creek is not invincible this year. There'd been many years they would come here and they would pretty much be invincible. They're not this year. Valor beat them and Regis beat them. Cherry Creek is a public school. Those are private schools, so we all know about that. But so those are their 2 losses right now. And so Cherry Creek down here, it's an honor to have them down here. Good crowd from Cherry Creek, and we welcome you if you're watching here on Stream It Sports. So it's taken us a while, but I think we're going to get the 2nd and goal play off here now. Padilla. And touchdown, number 14 again, and it looks like it was either a back shoulder, he either aimed to do that or it was behind him. Either way, the receiver was able to catch that, and that's Dimitri Stanley, who came into the game with 44 catches in 5 games. So I mean, that's an average. It's an average of almost 9 catches a game. That's a lot of catches, folks. Let me tell you. So extra point is up and good. So folks, that's not a typo that you see on the screen. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter, and Cherry Creek has come in here and put up 28 points. And again, their total offense is under 100 yards in those 28 points. Fossil Ridge has gift wrapped 4 touchdowns for Cherry Creek at this point. So we will see And, I hate to mention this, but there is a mercy rule of 40. And if it gets to be a 40-point spread, then there's a running clock for the rest of the game. So if Foster Ridge wants to stick around here, they're going to have to really execute their plays. It was a great drive last time, had it down to, I think, the 20-yard line, and really running and passing and did a good job. Had a couple of big third down plays. But through the interception that went down to the 4, Knutson hustling, stopped it at the 4-yard line. So great job by him. I got a lot of respect for a guy who comes clear from the other side of the field. And you could see as the ball goes out, Randy, you could see that he says, you're not going to score on this. And I'll tell you what, he didn't have to do that either. That's the other thing. Yeah, he could have just laid back there and kind of gave it the old, but he said no. So we've seen several of those kinds of plays in the past, and that's awesome. And the Cherry Creek player wasn't loafing. He just, Knutson's fast, and he caught him. So anyway, first down now from the 20-yard line, Fossil Ridge. And
I think they're going to come out with a little more confidence, as they ought to, moving it, 60 yards down the field last drive.
Well, they may have more time of possession even than Cherry Creek at this point. And so he's got a receiver open, had 2 receivers open, and this is what's happening, Randy, and you know this. So far, the corner safeties are not respecting the receivers. Both receivers had a 5 yards on both the defenders. And so if he could have hit even one of them, he'd have had a touchdown right there. But he also had the defensive line coming at him pretty strong. So second down and 10 now. And we've played 4 quarters in this 1 quarter so far. And cornerback comes up on the receiver there. Got single coverage to the left. They're going to blitz him. Tanner Hoke is getting out of the way, but he got out of that, but he didn't get up completely out of it. So a sack by Hoke. Makes it third down now and 14, and there's a variety of Cherry Creek players there on that sack. And you could see the blitz coming. The cornerback's up on the receiver, Hoke back. And a little bubble screen. We'll see if they can get something out of it. They get out, get a first down the sideline to the left. I believe that's Knutson.
It's going to come back.
And there's a flag on the play.
We're going to get a clipping call.
And looks like there's a block in the back, which is the most called holding offense, and that's going to come all the way back. And again, Fossil Ridge has had some big plays this year. Where they've struggled is in driving the ball down. They've got some speed on the outside, and they showed it there, but unfortunately, that's going to come back. So that hold is possibly how he how he got loose. You never know.
I was going to say it was a great play. It was the right call, especially on the blitz, to run that screen.
Oh, yeah, it was.
But that block was a close call. I think they might have been able to pull it off without that, but, you get tempted in those situations.
So now 3rd and 8 because that was a spot foul. So they actually did gain 6 yards on the penalty. And they're pressuring Hoke again. He's not going to get out of this.
Yeah, and that was a breakdown between Hoke and the running back there.
Yeah, and Cherry Creek player pretty excited about that. Number 37. Nicholas Wright, the linebacker, senior. And Cherry Creek, very large school in Denver. And their strength in numbers, and I'll tell you what, Cherry Creek's a strong team. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with in the state tournament. And we're going to have another timeout. So Fossil Ridge really struggling with their focus. So we'll take a timeout here on Stream It Sports. Your score, 28-0, 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No,
So far,
Wayne,
so
all
good.
you have to do
This
is
time
see
we're
the beautiful
deceiving.
shine on my nice clean
Yeah,
car.
but it's
No muss,
one
no
of-
fuss.
I don't know
I'm
what-
certainly not all wet.
That's close right there, I believe.
You won't get soaked at Schrader
it's got
Country
30
Store
seconds
car
left. Here we
washes.
go.
we
Just
were
shiny
way too
clean.
we were way too loud. But-
Coming back.
So we're back here now. Fossil Ridge should be punting. 4th and 21. Randy McCoy, Randy T here with you. And Grace is our camera operator, and back at the 40. So once again, unless there's a tremendous punt, bad snap again, and end over end punt, and gets a great Fossil Ridge bounce. It's going to go past midfield. So Cherry Creek finally will have to travel at least half the field this time.
Yeah, they don't know what it's like this
Yeah.
game to start on their side of the field.
Yeah, they have not. So great effort by the punter to get that ball out. And had a high snap again. So Cherry Creek coming in. Quarterback has come out. They run, I would call it a controlled passing game. You know, a little bit of a dink and dunk, but kind of a West Coast offense is what I would call this. Hitting a lot of, and oh my gosh, we're going to have another timeout. We're in the first quarter, folks.
Believe
and,
it or not.
Cherry Creek calls their second timeout. And so has Fossil Ridge. Both teams have used 2 timeouts here in the first half. So obviously there's something going on, that there's some confusion. So either way, had a tremendous volleyball match last night here on Stream It Sports with Samantha Miller and myself. Fossil Ridge was able to beat Fort Collins 3-1. Fort Collins came in some polls ranked number 1. So Fossil Ridge, the defending state champions, was able to beat Fort Collins last night. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Padilla at quarterback. Man in motion, goes the other side, the tight end. And Padilla back. Long out pattern, overthrown to 14. Dimitri Stanley, his favorite target. Stanley with, don't have height and weight here on the roster like we typically would, but, and folks, we're getting ready to see a tremendous harvest moon tonight, and we're going to get some great shots of that here at the quarter. 17 seconds left. It's just peeking up over the trees now, and so it's 28-0 here in the first quarter. Motion again, Padilla back. This time he's scrambling. His target is out of, and trying to get it to Stanley again. Incomplete. As a combination of good defense by the defensive back, but got some pressure on him too. And you know, I mean, these are human beings. You put some pressure on Cherry Creek, they're not going to play as well. So if you just let them, you know, get the ball at the 20 and go in the, so Fossil Ridge here, 3rd and 10, need to stop here to kind of give them, kind of get their head back up here. Getting tied in motion, and they're going to sweep to the left, and that is going to go to about the
Just short.
just short of a first down. Try to get the number on that, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Number 35 on that run. Enoch Wolford, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So after one quarter play, Cherry Creek is 28, SaberCats 0. You're watching Stream of Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined.
Great shot, Grace.
This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
There's that moon we were talking about. Just beautiful, beautiful tonight. But if you're Fossil Ridge, you need to see a little bit of sunshine is what you need to see. So anyway, start the second quarter, 28-0 is our score. Want to thank our sponsors, First Bank, Pedersen Toyota, and Schrader Oil. And Fossil Ridge Dance Team, that's the first time we've seen that in between at the quarter break. Coming out and entertaining the folk that is here tonight. Good turnout here on the parent side. And good turnout on the student side. So Fossil Ridge representing tonight. Right now they got a great opportunity, 4th and 6. 4th and 2, that's I'm looking at the scoreboard and they don't have it right. So 4th and 1 actually. So they're gonna go for it. And throwing on 4th and 1, and there's a pickoff. He's gonna be able to go down to the 30, to the 25, down to the 22. Interception.
Jamie Carson.
By Carson. And Fossil Ridge with a big break. Cherry Creek on 4th and short. Instead of running up the middle with their 2 running backs that they've got, they try to run an out pattern. And the ball was tipped. That's why you do the tip drill, isn't it?
Yeah.
And caught. So, man, we have had a turnover festival here. So we've got a personal foul against Cherry Creek on that as well. So ought to get about 15 more on that, I would think. So they're going to go goes over, just tell Coach Logan that who that was and what they did. So anyway, Cherry Creek adding. Ball in the 14 now. Or 13. 1st and 10. Oak back trying to do a little shovel pass on the inside. Gets down to the 5. Almost to the 5, about the 7. Gain of about 5. Nice little shovel pass there. And again, those are good when you can run them.
Yeah, and Tanner really is the one that opened that up with his quarterback sneaks throughout the game.
Yeah, and you know, able to run the option, so they had to kind of stay at home and wait for him to see if he was going to run it or not. So Tanner Hoke here with a great opportunity and going to run, fake the jet sweep up the middle. Hoke keeps the ball down, gets a first down. Great read by the quarterback. Again, you know, you hate to say this, but Fossil Ridge has controlled the ball the majority of this game. Cherry Creek has scored because they've only had 20 yards to go, and I'm not saying they wouldn't have, but it's a whole lot easier. And there's going to be something, probably timeout, Fossil Ridge. So Fossil Ridge uses their final timeout here in the first quarter to, I don't know, it's first down from the 1.
The score doesn't show it, but I don't know, objectively thinking, I really think Fossil Ridge has got a good game going on here. They've just made some tremendously costly mistakes for them.
Oh, yeah. And right now, I would expect to see a quarterback sneak. And let's go on and get this touchdown and go on to the house, kind of that deal.
Yeah.
So called a timeout for first down from the 1. So
avoid that costly mistake right here, and they'll find themselves in the end zone.
Yeah, and what I hope they don't do is get too cute, because they've tried to get a little cute at times and ends up they've been this close. We watched a pick 6. We almost watched a pick 6 before. So they've had trouble some with their decision making when they get close here. So maybe that's why they stopped and they said, hey guys. But Tanner Hoke never goes under center. So you're not going to see the quarterback sneak, but he's going to go out. They're going to get the ball.
Great play call.
Yeah. We'll get a number on that. And number 1, okay, that's Burdick. Tristan Burdick.
Coach called the right play. They were ready
did.
for that run up the middle and swept them out on the outside.
Yeah. So Fossil Ridge has had a lot of trouble scoring this year. So to be able to get the interception and now score a touchdown, great job by the SaberCats against the Cherry Creek Bruins. And so we've got somebody who forgot he was playing. He runs out here on the, hopefully he can block, and it is good. So anyway, here we go. You hear the band. So the Fossil Ridge faithful gives them something to cheer about.
And they've got something to work off of now. Their defense stood up, and
they did.
Their offense showed up right there.
Yeah, and Cherry Creek is not a grinded-out team, so they're going to give Fossil Ridge opportunities because they slow the game down. Because when you pass all the time, it makes for a long game because there's a lot of incomplete passes. I mean, that first quarter took, I don't know how long, but it took about 45 minutes to play the first quarter. And that's because both teams, predominantly pass.
And almost used all their timeouts in that first quarter, too.
Yeah, so that's got to be the longest first quarter we've ever seen, and we're only 10:36 into the second one, so I think we're buckle in. We might be in for a long one tonight. So kicking off. And Fossil Ridge, and it's out of the end zone.
Great kick.
Pretty common at this point to have any part of the ball or anything goes in the end zone in high school, you cannot bring it back. So even if the ball does and you don't, and anything crosses that line. So 1st and 10 now for the Bruins of Cherry Creek. And we'll see what Coach Logan's got up his sleeve now. And should be able to settle into a little bit of a game plan here now for Cherry Creek. And run to the right. And stopped after about a 2-yard gain. And I think that was 19. Nope, that wasn't. He's the...
It was Nathan Meyer who had good pursuit on that.
Yeah, Nathan Meyer, one of the top defenders for Fossil Ridge. Could not see who ran that ball. Second down now and 9. Only gave him 1 yard on that. And back to pass. Again, an out pattern. And Fossil Ridge is going to cover that up, stop him from the first down. So, you know, Cherry Creek might be kind of lulling you to sleep too, because you know they've got the athletes to go deep if they want to. And so they could be kind of lulling you to sleep with all these in and slants and everything else, and then drop a big one. Padilla again with over 1,200 yards passing this year, 13 touchdown passes. And they're going to run here on third down. They're going to get it, but there's going to be called back and probably a hold. And holding against Cherry Creek, so Cherry Creek has now inserted a couple of shots into their foot, haven't they?
Yeah, every time they break away for what appears to be a first down, they do something costly that brings them back to Fossil Ridge's benefit. See how they hold up here.
So that will be third down now, and about 11. That's a spot foul. And Cherry Creek not really the running type on this type of thing, so we'll Padilla running to the right and misses his man coming across. Would have had a first down. Pass attempt to number 86. That's Brazil. That's fourth down now, so Fossil Ridge holds Cherry Creek on this set of downs to a 3 and out. And it's forcing them to punt. And really a strange punt formation, spread really wide, and so there's the punt. Kind of an average punt, we'll see. And fair catch there at the 45-yard line. First and 10 now, so Fossil Ridge has turned the field on Cherry Creek. So, Fossil Ridge needs to just say, hey guys, we're playing with these guys. We don't have 3 turnovers. We're playing with these guys, and they've got to feel pretty good about that. So Tanner Hoke comes out, orchestrating this offense. Has learned to run the option very well. Keeps the ball quite a bit. Got a strong arm, and that's going nowhere. He's probably fortunate he didn't lose more than that. They brought the house, and Hoke went forward. He kind of saw that and just said, hey, let's only lose a half rather than 5. If he'd have gone back to do anything else, he would have been sacked. I don't know that he would have even got the ball off. So second down now at 11, loss of 1. And he's going to be eaten up right there by 83, I believe. And nice play. That's Walker. You saw him coming, and he just kept coming, and he was able to track down Tanner Hoke from behind. So third down 18, Fossil Ridge going the wrong way. You need to pull out your third down 18 play here. Playing back now for the pass, not rushing everybody, going with the bubble screen again, and that's not going to go anywhere. Kevin Simpson with the tight end bubble screen, and maybe gained a couple or stayed the same or lost some, I don't know. Either way, it's not enough to get a first down, so fourth down now. So Fossil Ridge loses 9-8 on that drive. So just as we're talking up their offense, they are not able to even move the ball forward. They lose 8 yards. So 4th down.
I think Cherry Creek is figuring out a strategy here where they're going to put pressure on Tanner in those first 2 downs.
And good kick. And goes. And he fumbled the ball, but gets it back. Number 14 again. That's Stanley. He's kind of their all-purpose. Catches balls, returns balls. Anyway, 1st down and 10 now from the 19-yard line. Randy McCoy, Randy T here with you. See that big line, number 75, number 63. 75 is Carson Lee, 63, Pilato. So we'll try to get some more of those names out for that offensive line. So far, they're doing a lot of pass blocking. This time run, and Fossil Ridge sniffs that out. A team tackle. And probably Nathan Meyer in the middle of that, but typically is running 23. That's Pell. And they sniffed that out pretty good, didn't they?
Yeah, it looks like Graham West was the one to get in there first, and then that team just piled on.
And then he invited others to the party, huh?
Yeah.
So 2nd down now. Now both offenses are and going to run it again. Gets to the outside, but he is stopped.
Great play by the end there. Right to keep that end closed off.
Pell tries to get outside, and the end is just catches him 62 and on the stop. That's Graham West again. You also saw number 20 Riley Jones over there. So 3rd down and 9 now. Here from French Field in Fort Collins, Colorado. So Cherry Creek, Padilla back to pass. Finds a man on the outside, and that is a catch. Great catch. And number 14, Stanley. And they've tried that many times. That time they hooked up, and, you know, again, that's such a timing play. And Padilla was able to have all the time in the world. Any quarterback pretty much at any level, if you've got all the time in the world, you're going to complete passes, and Padilla had all the time there. 1st down from the 32. And oh my goodness, Cherry Creek uses their final timeout of the half. So we're going to take a timeout here. Our score, 28-7, Cherry Creek Bruins ahead of Fossil Ridge Sabercats. You're watching Stream It Sports. So you see 5:16 left here in the 2nd quarter, and again, when you have teams that both pass, there's a lot of stop time because there's incomplete passes. So we're only 5:16 left before half, and we've been in this game well over an hour. So 1st and 10 now for Padilla. Both teams have used all their timeouts. I guess you can't take them in the half. Finally goes deep, throws it up in the air, and I believe that's complete to number 86. And, you know, it was just a matter of time. That's Brazil. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I'm going to say Brazil. And took that up in the air. And, you know, it was just a matter of time. They've been dinking and dunking. They threw that up. But I will say it wasn't a great pass. He just kind of threw that up.
Yeah, defender never got his head turned around, so he was just facing the chest of Brazil. He just had to stay focused. Marcus Miller on the reception for that. Looks like he picked up about 9 yards.
Big play for Cherry Creek, and then they come out and run the ball. 2nd and 2 now. This is a great time to run something in the end zone on 2nd and 2. They're going to run the ball and get the first down and more. Down to the 15-yard line. Again, that's Pell on the run. And first down. They can get a first down. They're on the 14-yard line. Under center now. You don't see that much in high school anymore. He fakes the handoff. Hits Stanley on the out pattern, or in the flat there. Gets the first down. Not able to go all the way in.
They're definitely mixing it up this time. The last 4 plays, they really got the SaberCats guessing.
Well, and you know as well as I do, the more variety you can have, the better, because, you know, like you said, the defense is just guessing. And so now they've pulled out several plays. That was one where you fake, go the opposite way. The defender almost got the quarterback, but there was nobody in the flat. Fortunate that wasn't a touchdown. And Padilla back, and that's a out pattern in the end zone.
Incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete pass intended for number 16. That's Barrett.
3 yards out. For the defense, this is all about just keeping your assignments. See how they do here.
That's so hard. You know, we talk about these are 15, 16-year-old kids, and, you know, they got to be disciplined here. And Padilla back, nobody open, and just throws it away. So Fossil Ridge does a good job on that 2nd down.
Yeah, I can't see which defensive back that was for the SaberCats, but over on the left side of the line, they really did their job. They closed that off real quick, and then
see 18 and 32 over there.
Yeah, he was kind of forced to throw it away.
That's Ritz, and that's Casey Knutson. Knutson's the one who ran down the interception.
That's right.
Anyway, 3rd down. This is 4-down territory. If they're not, counter play. Beautiful running play, touchdown, number 23. That's Pell. And that was all about the play.
That was.
You know,
mixing it up.
I think my grandmother might have been able to go through that hole, but that was just all about. That was all about just kind of that counter tray. So anyway, that makes it 34-7. Extra point pending. And it is good. So Cherry Creek shows us more of their offense this time. They take the ball, they drive the length of the field, and you see a lot more of what makes them the number 5, you know, in the power rankings type team.
Yeah, they were a lot more patient on this drive and really took their time play calling and mixed it up. And the SaberCats, their guess is as good as mine as to what the next play was going to be.
Yeah, and that touchdown, beautiful call for one thing, but that's going to be hard to stop, especially from just 3 yards out. You know, you might stop that for 5 yards, but you're too late. You know, you're already in the end zone. So kudos to Cherry Creek on that, and kudos to the offensive coordinator. That's a great call by Cherry Creek. So, but again, Fossil Ridge is being competitive, and you know, again, you take away the 3 turnovers and block punt, you know, this is a competitive game. The score doesn't look like it.
That's right.
But
oddly enough, I agree.
So here we go. 35-7. That's number 17 kicking off. Raul Rojas. And out of bounds once again, or through the end zone. First down for Tanner Hoke and the SaberCats. Want to thank our sponsors again, Pedersen Toyota, Schrader Oil, First Bank. If you'd like to become a sponsor and partner with us, you can email me, rmccoy@streamitsports.com. That's RMCCOY at streamitsports.com. And I can share some of the packages. We'll be signing some people for the year in November. So give us an email and we'll be happy to sit down with you, show you what we have to offer. First down from the shotgun, and this is just a quarterback sweep, and he's got swept out of bounds for about a 5-yard loss. And Randy Teeter wasn't much hocus pocus there. He was just going to run a sweep.
Yeah, I think Cherry Creek is understanding what's going on here. If they take Tanner out, that really is going to deplete the offense.
Yeah, and if they've done any scouting whatsoever, if they've even watched a quarter, they know that Hoke keeps the ball a lot. And as last year, the quarterback last year. And that's did he catch it? Yeah, he caught that ball, but it was no gain.
Yeah, he had a deeper out route.
That's what I was thinking. He threw it to the guy that was about 3 yards in front of him with somebody on him, so no gain on that. 3rd and 14. And again, need to call up your 3rd and 14 play from your own 16-yard line. Cherry Creek is switching around here and trying to confuse the quarterback. Man in motion. And had time to throw. Now he's going to run, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So Tanner Hoke had an opening, throw the ball, but everybody was covered. So he got a gain of 5, where maybe they can turn the field, but
he was avoiding that pressure from the start.
Yeah, but he had time to throw initially, but there was nobody open. The defensive secondary of Cherry Creek doing a good job. So punt formation now. And low driving punt, and he's down. One knee, that's Stanley. And fortunate that he went down to a knee there, because that's the kind of punt that gets run back, that low, doesn't give the punt team time to get down. So anyway, Cherry Creek will start now from the 42, their own 42-yard line. 2:56 left here in the first quarter. 35-7 our score. And we'll see if they go into a 2-minute offense with a 28-point lead, or what they do here. Padilla back, and he's looking, doesn't find anybody open, and running, and this is going to be a sack. It's going to be a sack by number 46. Great job. It's Bauerfein. He's a junior. And again, that was a secondary sack, though.
That's what I was going to say.
He had plenty of time to throw the ball, but the secondary doing a good job of staying on those receivers.
Sure did.
And we've also seen that pretty much Padilla goes to Stanley. There's some other people that have. There's a sweep to the right now, and is able to break free for a first down. There's a new runner in there, number 30. That's Miles Purchase, and he purchased about 15 yards on that run, didn't he?
Yeah, it was another good call at the right time. Split out the defense with those wideouts.
Well, and the blocking was able to come out and push the defense in. You know, earlier they had a play like that, and the defense was able to hold it, but that time they could not hold the corner, and first down. Cherry Creek playing plenty of people. Fake a draw, and wow, I tell you what, there could have been some pick six action on that. He threw that over in the middle of a bunch of people. You know, the fake draw no one really bid on that.
Yeah, that end stayed disciplined again. He stuck with his assignment, did what he was supposed to do. Put that pressure.
So he got Stanley to the left. He's the primary receiver. 2nd and 10. I'd look for the ball to go to him. But they're going to give it to Purchase up the middle. He's going to go for 5. So I think that's a good call, you know.
Stay away from those 3rd and longs.
You've been passing the ball so much. You got a different look running back now. You know, they've been running Pell. And so you got a little different look. Now they got number 35 in there in running back. It's Woolfolk. Tight end in motion again, and just a straight drop back. And that's going to be right for a first down. So great pass and catch. That's Brazil on the catch. And that's a first down. 57 seconds left. The first half. 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Running back standing right next to him. And another out pattern. And, I'll tell you what. Bobble, bobble, bobble. And almost bobbled. That's Connor Reagan. Credit the young man. He was able to catch it, but, you know, defender comes a second quicker. He could have knocked him away from that ball, maybe intercepted it, but he did not. And clock continues to run now with the complete pass. 42 seconds left.
What an arm from Padilla, throwing it from the opposite hash mark, really, across the field.
That's a big boy throw for sure. And 30 seconds left. They're not in any hurry. I would expect him to go to the end zone once and cuts across to Brazil. He's going to get the first down. They have no timeouts because they've used them all. And that's 19 seconds, but the clock stops with the first down. So they can go up and officials timeout. And very fortunate for Cherry Creek that the officials called a timeout. It's as good as them having a timeout there. So, and that's because you had a Fossil Ridge player down. He's up. So
Casey Knutson.
Yes, slight injury timeout. But what it also gave Fossil Ridge or Cherry Creek time to say, hey, what do you want to do, coach? So 16 seconds. They don't have to down the ball now or spike the ball to stop the clock. And the clock starts with they do anyway because it was first down. They were able to get first down. So they spiked the ball. 2nd down 10 now. I would expect to see a couple of shots at the end zone. We've seen Padilla. He certainly has the arm. She got wide out to the left. I believe that's Miller. Got Stanley to the right. He's got a running back behind him, one next to him. Fakes the handoff and throws to the back of the end zone. And they're going to call that a touchdown, and there is absolutely no way I could see that. The official's right on it, and that
was a close call. That
is a tremendous throw, and, you know, there's about 5 different lines down there because they play lots of different sports. But the official, I wouldn't say he's right on it, but he was close. calls it a touchdown. He's right there. So touchdown pass, Padilla. And the extra point is good. So rifles the ball to the end of the end zone. And the officials, nobody can see down there. You know, we call that kind of the black hole because it's really hard to see. But
and that was really Padilla's second look, too. There was a deep post route there over the middle, and he found him.
He did, and I didn't even see who he threw the touchdown to, but I'm assuming it was Stanley, but not sure. Anyway, 42-7 now. Fossil Ridge gives up a touchdown with 2:56. Would have been a great time to be able to stop the Bruins. Was not able to, so 8 seconds left, 42-7. And kickoff return team comes on now. I think if I'm kicking off, I think I dribble it down the middle so that take some time off.
The old squib kick.
Yeah, I think may not with the kind of lead they have, but may just play it straight, and they do. So that's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be first down and 10 for the SaberCats.
No timeouts left. They used them all pretty much in the first quarter with 1 or 2 left in the second.
So I don't know. I don't know what you do here. Maybe you just run an option and see if something breaks. Or run something, or you got to throw something long, because if you can't throw it out, because you know that's low percentage right now, and that would be a decent percentage for a pick six. So I think you got to go deep down the middle if you're gonna throw, right?
Yeah, or they're not taking a knee.
And Helk has not had much time, and they're going to go with the option and give it to the running back. And last 3 possessions, Fossil Ridge has had negative yardage through the whole time. So anyway, from French Field, first half, long first half, 42-7, Cherry Creek ahead of Fossil Ridge. We will be back. We'll show the band tonight. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
There'll be some homecoming. Yeah, go to that first. Okay. There'll be some homecoming festivities too, so yeah, there's music there's a music pad underneath that. So yeah, so go to sources and go to the regular scoreboard. Lower. Change that Cherry Creek to just Bruins. There you go. No, because it fits on there. It's just because it didn't fit. So let's come back in with the big scoreboard. So halftime here, 42-7 as we're getting ready to watch the Fossil Ridge Performance Band. And probably have all their show in now. They don't get everything in right off the bat, so yeah, they will be in mid-season form just like a lot of the football teams. So we will go off the mic and clear up the screen and let you watch the Fossil Ridge Performance Band.
Gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Fossil Ridge High School. And the Fossil Ridge High School marching band. Go Ridge!
have it. That's the Fossil Ridge Marching Band. And pretty much consistently 1 or 2 in state every year. And so great performance. I believe that's their entire show now. And so I believe we're going to have the court, homecoming court. So we're going to go ahead and leave the camera on the field tonight, Grace, because I believe they're going to be announcing, yeah, they're coming across here. So they're going to come across the 50-yard line and get to find out about homecoming. So we'll go ahead and leave the camera on that. Hopefully you can hear it as well as you can. We've got a crowd mic, but we also have crowd right below us, so kind of hear somebody talking. But anyway, it's homecoming at Fossil Ridge. Everybody has fun on homecoming, and nobody has more fun than the band. Got a score here from our roving reporter. And the Lampkins are up 21-7. Legacy beat Collins in girls softball 16-7 today, so a couple of scores for you. So anyway, we will go off and just let you enjoy this.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling,
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
All right, let's go. So we're back here now. Great job by the Fossil Ridge band. And Cherry Creek ahead 42-7 here at French Field over Fossil Ridge. And Randy, the story of this game is turnovers. And before Fossil Ridge could even warm up their hands, they were down 21-0. And Cherry Creek, you know, had 60 or 70 yards of total offense. So that's a tough way to start, to dig out of a hole. Now, you know, they're in a position, if Cherry Creek comes down, scores a touchdown here in this half, you're going to the mercy rule. So Fossil Ridge really has to
stop them here.
Stop them. So Cherry Creek will receive. I believe that's Stanley back to receive. He's kind of the all-everything. And why not? He's shown tonight. And there's the kickoff. And going to go out of the end zone. So you see more and more every year where the deep back, who's the return man, doesn't even move hardly on a lot of those, because again, in high school you can't take it out of the end zone. So if it doesn't come to you standing at the 1 yard line, if you can't get it, you're not going to return it. So anyway, here we go. First down and 10. And I don't know if that's a new quarterback or we'll see here if we can see. Yeah, number 15. Got a new quarterback, probably a new running back as well. 25 and 15. So 15 in the quarterback now. Bryson Owens, 25 on the carry. That's Henderson. So Coach Logan getting some playing time now out of his second team. And here's your deal, and this is the difference in these schools that are so huge. You know, they're substituting seniors for seniors or seniors for juniors, and that's a big advantage. This is a senior quarterback. And to 25 again, more of a scat back. He's going to go down the left line side to the 40, not able to be stopped, down to the 32-yard line. That's Henderson, the sophomore.
It's a great run. Way to read his block, too, on the end.
He followed the blocks, but, you know, he's just a different look.
Yeah.
And, you know, in football now, the little man is back when it comes to running backs, because you can't see him behind, you know, you can't see the back behind the offensive line. So, anyway, first down, great run by Henderson. Quarterback under center, you don't see that much. Rollout and wide open, 86. Quarterback gets hit, and I don't see a flag.
That's Brazil again.
Yeah, so Brazil with the catch. And nice throw by Bryson Owens. Again, he got hit right after he threw it, and these days you never know if there's going to be a flag thrown on that, but it must have been in the proper time. And you can hear on the our crowd mic the wind, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit because we don't want to hear that. So first down and 10 again from the 20-yard line. And a throw on the quick out going down to about the 7-8. They show him out at the 10. First down. And that was Marcus Miller on the catch. First and goal now from the 10. And run. That's number 35, and he's going to go, and that's going to be a hold probably. 35 on the run. That's Wolfick, but probably a hold. Yes. So penalty. And Cherry Creek has not been without their mistakes. But it's hard to overcome 2 fumbles right off the bat, and that's what Fossil Ridge is trying to do. So anyway, goes back to the 20. So that's first down now and goal from the 20, I believe. Yes, it is. Again, quarterback now is Owens. Out left is Miller. Out right is Stanley. And run up the middle, I think that's Wolfert, number 35. Good job by the SaberCats. And that's a gain of about 4 yards. Second down and goal now from the 16-yard line. Cherry Creek has completely taken this crowd out of this game. And fans were excited about the band, but right now, Cherry Creek knocking on the door. There's another option. Roll out. See if he finds somebody in the end zone, and he does. What a nice pass. Touchdown, and I believe that's Brazil again. No, it's not. We're going to look at Stanley. So took his time. Owens, made his reads. That's impressive for a high school quarterback. He looked at more than one person, and I'm not sure that was his main target.
Yeah, he did that in the first half, too, when he hit his receiver in the back of the end zone.
It's a different quarterback, but
that's
anyway,
true. You're right.
But both quarterbacks, you can tell, have been trained well, and so that is that's a running clock now, 49-7, and so that is a mercy rule. So the clock will not stop now except for a timeout or an injury. And so we'll see what Fossil Ridge does as far as players and playing. And
yeah, you were right. Owens commanded that offense really well there. I got confused for a second with Padilla, but he did run through his reads, and he found that late crossing route and nailed Stanley there in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and again, that even though Stanley probably is always your first option, but he looked at several people before he got to Stanley. And credit Stanley, he kept moving and got open, cutting across. So it's hard to guard somebody for more than about 5 or 6 seconds, and if a quarterback gets that much time, they're going to probably complete the pass. So anyway, they're going to have to hold that ball. The ball just fell over as Raul Rojas gets ready to kick off. They're going to try it one more time without somebody holding. No, they're going to go ahead and hold it. Got the wind to his back. He's probably going to try to put that right through the goal post. And didn't get enough air under it. Either way, first down from the 20 now. And we'll see what we've got here. Fossil Ridge. It looks like Hoke is still in the game. I see 46. And yeah, Tanner Hoke still out there at quarterback. Senior quarterback, and again, he is, if you've done any film, you know that he has primarily been the offense. They have not been able to get the ball to Murphy this entire year. Murphy last year had over 800 yards receiving, and it has just not been something they've been able to do this year. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and Hope keeps it. First positive yardage they've had in the last 3 or 4 possessions. So Fossil Ridge really needs to just move the ball. And let me tell you, folks, when there's a running clock, it's about one possession apiece per quarter, and then you're done. So if I'm Fossil Ridge, I want to make a 2 or 3 first downs here at least and try to score. Keep Cherry Creek off the field. There's a fake and nice pass. Just a little high to Burdick, number 1. And he was open, though. And you know what? They've had open receivers that Hoke has just not hit. They had a couple of receivers. He'd hit, would have been a touchdown. That would have been a nice game there. So they have not been without their opportunities. And a lot of the crowd skedaddle out of here after the band, and the band's not here, so there's a run up the middle and a gain of about 7. Nice run. And
somebody's down.
Yeah, having trouble getting up. I believe that's Burdick again. So we'll go to a timeout here. And I think he just got hit hard. So anyway, our score 49-7. And we've got an injury on the field. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back. That's not a good sign, not able to walk. Looks like a lower leg injury. So hopefully he's good. Got to carry the ball a couple of times and got a reception. Had a ball thrown to him. So anyway, good run. But not enough for a first down. So 4th down now. And punting team is on. I'm not sure. You got an up man there. Might be a time to try a fake punt. At this point, it's more of a scrimmage. And they do. And he's not going to make it. And the ball came out. So we'll see who that was. So they tried the fake punt. And literally the defender goes and just takes the ball out of his hands. And still can't see who that was. Maybe 92.
Yeah.
Maybe 92 on there. So 92, that's Dickey, Delonte Dickey. Comes up to make the tackle, and I think he just took the ball away from the running back. And so that'll be counted as a fumble. First down now from about the 3. Did not make it in the end zone. And kind of a unique play, but, you know, everybody in the whole place knew it was going to be a fake punt because they have nothing to lose. I would have gone straight up the middle. I think he might have had it, but he tried to go wide and was caught. This is a cutback, and that's going to be a touchdown for Cherry Creek. And that's 19. That's Blomfelt. I'm assuming that is because that's what the roster says, but don't hold me to it because it calls him a tight end, not a running back, so I don't know. Anyway, 55-7, our score, running clock. We're in the mercy rule situation. Raul Rojas is going to be in for the extra point. And they stop the clock. Not sure what they stopped the clock for.
You know, Randy, that last run-in was actually by Neolani Abney, running back for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Bruins that did a great little run there.
Oh, Abney, I was looking at the wrong team. Sorry, folks. Have an extra point try, and it's good. So 56-7 now, 3:02 left and running. So knock a minute off there, just trying to get set up for the kickoff, and nobody's in a hurry at this point. Cherry Creek will get a few, some backups, some playing time, and again, senior quarterback came in and drove him right down the field first time with a great job in Owens.
Yeah, that's a tough start to the second half for the SaberCats. They gave up that drive to the Bruins first time down, then turned the ball over on that fake punt and another score.
To me, on that fake punt, if you're going to hike it, you're going to snap it to the up man, that needs to be a call where you just go straight up the middle so you don't lose any more and it looked to me like, they only needed 2 yards. Looked to me like he had an opportunity maybe to hit those two. If you hit the hole hard and drag some people with you, instead decide to go out, and Cherry Creek's speed, you're just not going to run outside on them at this point, I don't think. So, yeah, that took over a minute to. So we're going to kick it off. It's going to go. Wow. That wind knocked it down. Looked like it was going out of the end zone.
You know, the Bruins might have this ball.
And
they
folks,
do.
That is one of the oddest plays I've ever seen. It almost looked like it hit something in the air. That ball looked like it was going out of the end zone.
Yeah, it was a bit odd to look at from up here.
And obviously it wasn't, but it looked like it was. And then it just dropped at like the 10-yard line, fooled the return man completely. And so really, in a sense, it was just a long onside kick.
Yeah, if you could do that again, that might be a new way to do some
yeah,
onside
that
kicks.
was. But I don't know what trickery was in that ball, but it did not look like a normal thing. So anyway, either way, Bruins get the ball again with 49 seconds left, and sure they're going to run now up the middle. That's 25 again. That's Henderson. And you're going to see lots of people running in. I'm going to try to get some numbers for you. Big old number 79, Gonzalez Maria. Number 74 is Naaman. And they're just going to let the clock run out here for this quarter, under 10 seconds. And Coach Logan I don't think has any. I mean, really, in essence, he's been handed about 35 points. You know, I mean, you can't even really say they earned any of those. I mean, that's just 35 points. So anyway, we'll keep it right here for this. It's going to be a quick with 12-minute fourth quarter, 56-7. Homecoming night, and Cherry Creek is kind of spoiling that. But tomorrow night, when the dance happens, everybody will forget about this game and they'll have a good time. So the Bruins have the ball now. Again, you know, probably 35 of the points have literally just almost been handed to the Bruins. I don't know that I've ever seen a game with that many just easy, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Three fumbles, you had a block punt, and you had a pick, almost a pick six. You know, that's 3, 4, that's 5. That's 35 points right there. And they've capitalized on all of them. So as you see one of the dancers, baton twirler down there. Great job. Playing to Footloose. And that's how Cherry Creek is playing tonight, isn't it? They're just footloose and fancy free and running up and down the field. And I, you know, Coach Logan does not want to have to. Nobody wins in these games. You know, you think and everybody's been a part of a game like it. Everybody has gotten whooped like this before in their career if you've played any athletics at all. And so, you know, you just
speak for yourself.
Yeah, you just got to keep playing hard, and we'll see if the SaberCats can do that. And not sure what they're waiting on.
Maybe for Footloose to wrap up.
Yeah. Yeah, not quite sure. This entertainment at the quarter, I'm assuming they got permission of some sort to do that, but I mean, this is like a TV timeout. We didn't take a timeout because we didn't know it was gonna. But great job by the young lady, and great job by the officials to hold the game so that she could finish her routine. So either way, second down now. Owens at quarterback, and up the middle, going to get a big dose of Mr. Henderson. Third down now. And going to have another quarterback. Another quarterback change, I believe. Number 10, maybe? Nope. But number 10 is in. Sam Kane, he's a wide receiver, so let's, no, he is. Owens does stay in. He just goes over to the sideline to get the play. So my mistake. I thought he was going out and somebody else was coming in, and there's other people with quarterback numbers, and you know. So third down now, 7. And great job by the SaberCats to stop the run. Number 30, the run up the middle, Purchase. So fourth down now, and I think the proper thing here is to just go for it, not kick a field goal. The only problem with that is you could score another touchdown, but we'll see what they do. They're going to probably run the ball up the middle. 56-7. Got 2 split to the left. Tied in on the right side. Under center, sweep to the left. Purchase, and knocks defender over. He's not going to get the first down, so about a 5-yard gain. Good job by the SaberCat defense to stop that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Fossil Ridge SaberCats. And Tanner Hoke is going to come back out, I believe. Yep, he's standing there. Fossil Ridge has been averaging 7 points a game. They've got 7 points, and they were close a couple other times. You know, had the long interception. First down from the 13, still in the shotgun. And there's a run to the left. Gain of about 4. And see who that is. Did not see who that was. Second down now, and about 7. And there's the shovel pass again up the middle. And, you know, the defense, because the Fossil Ridge SaberCats have not been able to throw anything really any longer than 5 or 10 yards in the passing game, you know, the Bruins are just, you know, putting about 8 in the box here, not really even staying on the receivers too much. You know, you got to show a team that you can actually, you know, go down the field. And they're going to fake. And that's exactly how they started the game right there on that sweep, jet sweep. And they fumbled that again. They didn't lose that fumble, but it, you know, they need to work on that handoff, because that's exactly how they started the game. So they lost yardage. Lost 3 on that, so this is going to be 4th down now. And one of the better snaps. Great kick, driving back, and back to the 35-yard line. So great kick. And the Bruins will have a first down, 7:28. And I'm sure the Bruins kind of hope they can make a couple of first downs with running, and the clock will be done, and they can get on their bus and head on back to Denver. Windy night, and a little bit cold, but it's supposed to get up almost to 80 the next couple of days, so here in Fort Collins. Bryson Owens is still the quarterback. And great run, great powerful run. See what number that is.
It looked to be Henderson again.
Henderson. Good extra effort there, and got a timeout by Cherry Creek, by Fossil Ridge, by Cherry Creek. It's Fossil Ridge. They were looking both ways, so we'll take a timeout as well. So our score, 56-7. We're in the mercy rule, and Cherry Creek is ahead of Fossil Ridge. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career.
I'll help out.
It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
So we're back here. Bruins 2nd and 2 now after the fine run by Henderson. Number 42 is also in. That's Lafferty. And he's the lead back, making a hole for Henderson. So great run. You don't see fullback out there too much anymore, but that's what Lafferty is. Ran behind big old number 74 again, Chandler Naaman. .6:10 left here. The running clock on about 6 minutes, so the Bruins are trying to take up as much time as they can. Number 5 is in the game too, James Walker II. He's wide to the right. You can see some paper blowing on the field. It's very windy out there. It has been all night. And fake up the middle, Owens, and he's going to be sacked. Nothing there, and late hit. Not sure why the Fossil Ridge SaberCat chose to do that, but quarterback was down, and I think they just call that piling on, but that's going to be piling on 15 yards from that. You know, and the defense made a good play there, too. I mean, quarterback rolled out to his left, did not have anybody open, and really a good play. But will be negated, I believe, by a 15-yard penalty. I'm not sure if that's it's a first down now. No, yep. Second down. I'm looking at the marker on the side. Second down now, and about 5. You know, it's tough when the games like this. It's tough for everybody to stay focused. Both teams, and you know, you kind of lose your focus a little bit. Running up the middle. Number 13 in at quarterback now. That's Julian Hammond. And now we're going to have another timeout. The reason they do a timeout is because they want to get some playing time for some of these JV players and substitute players. And so with the running clock, it goes so fast that if you don't call timeout, you can't really, it's hard to substitute some of those players in. So coaches want to use every piece of a game for something positive. You know, whether you're getting blown out or whether not, you can always work on something. And so both teams, I'm sure, are looking at something. Coach Logan obviously looking at some of his backups and some of his JV players probably that's going to be representing Cherry Creek in the future. But the future is today right now. 5 minutes left. And again, new quarterback, Hammond.
He's a freshman.
Might be some of his first action. And nice hit. And Fossil Ridge calling another timeout. I guess if you got him, you might as well use him. I think what they're trying to do is they want to get the ball back, but they're going to have to stop them on this. So we'll take another timeout. Our score 56-7 here at French Field. Cherry Creek ahead of Fossil Ridge. You're watching Stream of Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
Commercial still going, plays about to come back.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
And quarterback up the middle for the first down. So Fossil Ridge called a timeout to stop the clock, but then not able to stop Cherry Creek from gaining a first down. Fossil has one timeout left, Cherry Creek 2. Again, number 13, Hammond is the new quarterback. Just a freshman. Don't think he'll be asked to do too much, but he's waiting for the back official to give him the signal of 5 seconds. Taking off as much time as possible. There's a handoff to number 30 again, and he goes flying. Number 30, Purchase, gain of about 7. Followed his blockers really well, under 4 minutes now. Don't think you'll see any more passing at this point. And again, Coach Logan, has not, you'd say, oh, he ran up the score. Nobody ran up the score. 35 points were literally handed to him on a silver platter. So, there's nothing you can do. They, quite honestly, offensively, they didn't look, they had 2 drives that looked pretty impressive, but everything else was just on mistakes, 20, going 20 yards or something. So, actually, probably their best looking drive was the first one of the second half with the backup quarterback.
Yeah, they took advantage of the opportunities, that's for sure, that were handed to them tonight.
So 2:40. Our next Fossil Ridge broadcast will be against Prairie View. I think it's in a couple of weeks. Fossil Ridge is going to drop to 0-6. Cherry Creek is going to go to 4-2. And up the middle, he gets 25 still. Henderson. That was 35, I believe, this time. It's Woolfolk. So under 2 minutes left now. And sorry, folks, there's not much I can do to make this any more exciting. It's a blowout. Now we're going to go to victory formation for Cherry Creek. Really got a lot of respect for Coach Logan this fourth quarter. Literally did everything he could to not score. That was even on 4th down. So instead of trying to get the first down on 4th and 1, he took a knee. And hear the Fossil Ridge band there. Turn out the lights. The party's over. Somebody's turned out the lights on us here. And again, Tanner Hoke, he just does not have enough time to complete a pass downfield, and that's primarily why they haven't been able to throw a pass downfield, is he just hadn't had the time. And the 2 or 3 times he's had a little bit, hasn't been able to connect on it. So anyway, probably maybe the last play of the game, 30 seconds. And have not seen that before. That's a first. Snapped the ball and hit the man in motion in the head as it goes by. So that pretty much sums up Fossil Ridge's night right there. I think they're going to try to get one more playoff here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and I don't know if they must not see the clock. So it's over. Hoke did not look up at the clock, and so did not get the playoff. So anyway, 56-7. Cherry Creek comes, takes advantage of Fossil Ridge's mistakes, and rolls over them, and improves to 4-2. Fossil Ridge 0-6 for Randy T. For Grace, this is Randy McCoy. We'll see you next time here on Stream It Sports.
Cougar School District High School Football, live on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.